So what are we doing today? We're going to see someone.
We're going to see a guy that has some dogs, I think. And
red setters.
Are they all red setters, or does he have other dogs?
I don't know. I don't know. He was very odd on the phone.
Was he? Okay.
Why are we buying dogs before we get the narrowboat?
Because for companionship, if one of us is away, I assume.
Is this how Paul Merton improvises? I've got a feeling he's got a bit more.
Well, he's got a really sharp brain, hasn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't just talk.
Yeah, like lackluster conversation. We're just having a pretend conversation. Is that improvising?
Oh, this is it. We're just turning into the drive of bloody hell. This is a long drive.
It's beautiful around here.
Nice gardens.
I've got the giggles. I'm nervous about buying 3 Alsatians. Not Alsatians, red setters. Why are we buying red setters? They've got a lovely nature. There's a guy down my road who's got a red setter. I think they're a bit balmy, though. So is this guy got, like, a puppy farm? Are we buying puppies or adult red setters? What would you prefer?
Like, fully grown.
Yeah, trained, well-behaved.
God, I'm knackered.
Well, you're going to be even more knackered when you've got to walk 3 red setters every day.
Good bit of improv there.
I pulled that out of the bag.
Oh well, might as well park up.
Who's driving, by the way?
Me.
I know, I'm kidding. I can see you're driving. See what I did there?
Oh, let's knock on the door.
Okay, come on.
He seemed like a nice person.
Okay, what's his name?
So.
What's this guy's name?
I can't remember his name, actually.
Oh, I think he's coming to the door.
Oh, hello.
Hello there. Oh, let me open the door first.
Talking through the letterbox.
Looking through your peephole.
Let me look. I've got to get the keys. 1 second. You've seen the keys for the door. Hold on. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me open the door first.
Oh, still can't open the door.
Hello, I've opened the door now.
I know, we can see that. It's a big old door. Hello.
Hello,
Not
Miss.
that old, actually. Well, originally it was an old door, but it's been replaced. We replaced it about 7 years. So it's quite old, but doors are, they do last long if it's a good quality wood, and it's pretty good.
Yep. No, sure.
Thanks for having us, Mr.
Yeah.
Is it
Cooper?
Cooper?
Mr. Cooper, that's right. Mr. Cooper, yes. That's right. Your names are?
I'm Joe. This is David.
I'm David.
Joe's and
Joe.
David. Well, Joe's and David's do come in.
Thanks very much.
We did have a prior appointment. I remember you. You two were fishing the carpet.
Pardon?
No, we've come around to you advertise your red setters in the local paper.
You sell red
Oh,
setters.
the dog, yes, the dogs, the old dogs, yes. We're selling the
old?
old one. Well, they're pretty old. I mean, 14 isn't too old for a dog, I suppose. They live to about 15.
14.
14.
Are we just covering your vet bills? Is this we're just gonna?
Well, we do our own veterinary stuff here, to be quite honest. It's probably best.
What do you mean?
Well, if one of them has a broken paw, we'll reset that somehow. One of them was blind in an eye. Whether it can see in that eye after what we did, we don't know. But 14 is a pretty good age, I would say, for a red setter.
When you say we, is that you and your wife?
That's my wife. She's out at the moment. She was in,
Who
but
are you
she's gone
calling
out.
through to then?
My wife, but she's gone out via the back door because we have a gate that goes from the garden and she can go to her friend.
Where did she go? Who'd she go and see through the gate?
Yeah.
She's just gone to see her friend Lillian Driftnet, who lives about 40 houses along. She doesn't have a number on the house, so you literally have to count the houses, and it is a house. It's such an unmemorable house that even though she's been going there for 20 years, we never can remember the house. So you just have to do it by counting. It's weird. It's different from all the other houses, but somehow completely unmemorable.
Lillian Driftnet.
Lillian Driftnet, yes. Lillian and Peter Driftnet's their husband. He's been dead for about 10 years. But
So she's not visiting him. She's only
she's just visiting Lillian.
Okay. Back door's locked. So did she lock it on the way out?
She locked the door. Right, so you wanted to buy the dogs. You wanted to buy
Yes,
the dogs.
please.
Yeah, I did. We were hoping they wouldn't be sort of as old as.
Well, no, red setters live to, I believe, 50 or 60. So
Sorry?
14 is very. They're very, very. This particular breed of red setters, the Middlesex red setter, lives to at least 50, 60, I believe. Well, that's what the man told me when I bought it. Peter Lake told them to me.
Right.
14 years ago, and said they live to at least 50.
Bloody hell, you remember his name?
Well, Peter Lake's been selling us dogs for years. Sold us all the dogs.
Where are the other dogs then?
Well, they're upstairs. You can meet them anytime. There's lots of dogs upstairs. I'm happy to show you and meet all the other dogs. There's about another.
I don't know if I want to go upstairs.
About
anymore.
7 other dogs upstairs.
Right.
And they all red setters.
It's this puppy. Well, I say puppy's about 10. This one's called. This is the only dog we didn't buy from Peter Lake. It's called Tbilisi. We bought it from Latvia because we believed in error that Tbilisi was the capital of Latvia. It's actually the capital of Georgia, not the state of America, but the country near Russia.
Yeah.
Near where?
Near Russia.
So what are the names of your dogs?
Well, the 3 dogs you want to buy.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Bannerman, Tillmans, and Moffy. Bannerman, they all look absolutely identical. So whether we're calling
they're red setters, aren't they? So.
Well, they are red setters. They look the same, although they're completely different sizes. But we've never got used to which one's which. So it's Bannerman, Tillmans, and
You
Moffy.
don't know which one's which. Sorry.
Well, they look so similar. Apart from their size, they're identical.
So the size doesn't give away which one. You ever never thought of putting collars on
It's
them?
all about perspective. They have a way of standing at different distances, so they do look the same.
Sure.
You know,
well trained in that respect.
Well, that's all down to Peter Lake, I believe.
Did he name them or did you rename them?
No, I renamed them.
What were they originally?
I don't know that. I think he just called them Peter, probably. Like himself.
Peter.
That's what people do with new dogs. Normally,
They don't. I'm going to stick my neck out, and they don't.
Well, with the Middlesex breed, I believe that is a tradition that the owner's first name is bestowed upon the dogs, and certainly until they're sold or.
Why are you selling them then? Out of interest, that enough.
Well, we need to make a space. One of these rooms here, we're going to. My wife likes to do her pottery in there, and the dogs break all the pottery. They chew it. They get very. Some of the dogs can be a little. I'm not saying they're bad-tempered, and they don't bite people as such, but they will bite china or pottery or porcelain, and they do. And she's had.
Is that Peter Lake's fault again? Is that?
Well, I don't think. To be quite fair, I didn't think he knew that this breed, while it can be certainly sensitive. And doesn't necessarily bite children and adults. It will bite clay.
Right. Do you take them out for walks then? Each
day?
Oh,
We take them 3 or 4 times a day.
Do you?
We take them individually as well. So there's there's 7
You
dogs.
don't walk them together.
No,
Are
we don't do that.
Walking then.
Well, with this breed, and you'll find out with Tillmans and Moffy, they don't really get on walks.
Oh.
So they need a lot of walking and exercise. So we're probably going out 20 times a day at the moment because we've got 7 dogs. 21, something like 28 if we do 4. But we do split it, so it's only probably 10 each, me and my wife.
How do you make a living?
Well, I used to, as you probably know. Well, you wouldn't know, would you?
No, I wouldn't know. Just found you in the local paper.
Well, exactly. If you've seen the signs in the local shops, we have a small lamination and delamination business, so goods can be laminated. But of course,
Why would we have known that? Why would we have known that?
Well, you're quite right there, actually. But if you passed the newsagent, did you pass Sperry's on the way?
We did. It's a big old shop, that one.
You didn't see the sign. See, I thought I'd renewed that.
Sperry's, God, they're still going.
How did you know about Sperry's?
There's some in my neck of the woods. There's some Sperry's where I live.
And where do you live, sir?
Don't tell him.
Sort of Burgess Hill way.
No, I don't know Burgess Hill way.
There is a Sperry's there.
Oh, right. Well, perhaps maybe you could speak to them about putting an advert in there, because Sperry's, we could do like a link up and put it on social
What are you talking
media.
about? Your lamination
The
business?
lamination,
How are we on lamination business?
Well, because we've been running a small delamination business for years. Because there's not many places you can get it done, you see. And you have a document, and what's the first thing you think of when you get a document? How am I going to get this? How am I going to get this laminated? Who has a laminate? Well, we have a machine. We have a couple of machines, and we can laminate. If you've made one in haste and you realise I don't want it laminated anymore, we have the delamination machine.
Right.
Oh, is that what delamination is? Getting the lamination off a document you've wrongly laminated.
Yeah.
That's what all the dogs' collars have been made from, waste laminate.
What sort of price are we looking at for each? Are they
Bannerman, though, they're all very different prices.
How are they?
Bannerman's is £1,200.
Sorry, fucking what?
Bannerman's is £1,200.
Right.
But I'm happy to barter. Tillman's is £200 and Moffy is £1,900.
Fucking hell. Can I ask why one is over £1,000 more than the other when their only difference is a slight size difference? Because they have the same temperament, clearly.
The thing is with Moffy, is a pure breed. Peter Lake told us anyway. We're still waiting for the certificates. That's why Moffy is £1,900. Bannerman is £750, and Tillman's is basically just sort of a very rough dog.
What does that mean?
Well, temper-wise,
well, they're just all three sat there, aren't they?
We'll flare up. To say that it barks constantly, I suppose, would be true.
He hasn't barked yet, to be fair.
No, because he's sedated.
He's sedated, is he?
Very sedated, because he's just had his walk. We sedate them after their walk.
Why? Why on earth would you sedate a dog after you've knackered it out?
Why? How long are they out of action for?
The reason you sedate the dogs is because they're so overexcited, and also
when they get back from a walk, they
tread so much mud in. We were so fed up carrying them all the way upstairs to bath them that we would just sedate them.
What, let the mud dry and then chip it off?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what that brush is there.
And those syringes I guess that's where you.
No, that's my wife's syringes. When she gets too tired, she sedates herself, which I've told her not to do. We must change that needle.
I'm a bit concerned that we're thinking about living on a narrow boat. Would you recommend having 3 red setters on a...
Because we're going to have these on a narrow boat with us.
Oh, perfect. Well, these are the narrowboat dogs of choice. For millennia, apparently, according to Peter Lake. He didn't live on a narrowboat. But his friend did. He assured me. He told me a story actually that these dogs were all born on boats, whether they were narrow boats or not, but they certainly weren't too wide.
What have you dropped there, Mr.
I just dropped my pen. I'm just trying to work out if we could come up with some deal. Well, 3,300.
That's not a pen, though, is it? It's a
biro.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's 3,300. I'm happy to do it all for 3,250.
Well, hold on. You say one is not? Yeah. Okay. How much?
3,250.
They're going to be as nearly as expensive as our boat.
Right.
What?
Our
How
boat.
much is the boat?
Boat. We're going to look for about 12 grand, aren't we?
Well, the dogs are only a quarter of that. All right, then I'll give you a better price. Right, instead of 3,250.
Mr. Cooper, we were just having a conversation there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were trying to engage me. But do carry on.
No, we're just having a conversation.
I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go off to the toilet. You do go on.
Well, you're still standing there, Mr. Cooper. You haven't actually gone to the loo.
Oh, right. But I'll just nip off to the toilet.
Right. Well, I thought the boat was about 50 grand or something.
I know, but I don't want him to know that.
Well, I don't know.
Right, so the boat was 50 grand.
He didn't actually leave, did he?
So this is a bargain. But you know what? Instead of 3,250, I'll do the whole lot for 100 quid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
But
Wow.
I won't take cash. Just a cheque, please.
Okay. Would it be all right to have a look at all your other dogs?
Of course, please come upstairs.
Why are we doing this?
Mind the rabbit. Here we go. And if you just go in that door, they're in there. They won't bite. They're sedated. They're sedated.
Oh, these are sedated. Wow.
Oh, wow.
God, they look
They're
miserable.
all red setters. They're all
Yeah,
red.
all red. It's a
So how many-
big pile
You've got
of...
10 red setters in... what are their names?
This one's Ligline.
Sorry?
Ligline.
Lig line.
Yes.
Which one's pointing out leg line?
That one there on the left. Snorri. That one's Sandwich. The one next to it is another Sandwich. It's just also called Sandwich. Lady Beauty. And that one there is called Possibility. which Reflection wasn't the best name. Because with that dog, nothing is possible, really. It just sleeps. Lady
Well,
Beauty.
it's sedated, to be fair. They're all sedated, aren't they?
Thal.
Thal.
Roy, well, you've met Tbilisi, which was downstairs, but now you're carrying it, of course. You put Tbilisi down on top of Lady Beauty. That's how they like to do it.
Lady Beauty.
No,
is
that's
lovely.
Possibility. Lady Beauty, that's it.
That's possibility, David. That's
Possibility.
Lady Beauty.
Lady Beauty's really pretty.
But that's why we called him Lady Beauty.
Him. Okay. Have you put makeup on Lady Beauty?
We did. Well, my wife does apply makeup to Lady Beauty. Because it's
Yeah,
such
why only Lady Beauty? Why have you only put
Lady
makeup on?
Beauty. My wife has a special affinity. God knows, to be quite honest, God knows why. Because the damn dog doesn't do a thing. It toilets about once a month. I don't know what we feed it. I don't know.
Once a month?
Once a month. I don't know where it goes.
That'd be a good
Do you know what? I'm interested in buying Lady Beauty.
Yeah, I am. Cause it's
I'm
once
afraid
a month.
Lady Beauty is not for sale.
Really? What about for $3,000?
Well, we could be swayed. We could be swayed for $3,000 for Beauty. How about $2,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grand?
that is
Grand?
$2,000. I could do a package for all 4 dogs for £200 for all 4.
Okay, how about 200 quid for all 4, but you keep everyone except Lady Beauty?
So effectively, you'd buy all 4, then I would
Leave
buy
it.
back the other 3
For 200 quid.
for 200 quid, which seems fair.
But we'd keep Lady
You would
Beauty.
keep Lady. That seems fair by me. Yeah. I think
Okay.
that's it.
Do you have a bag or something we could put Lady Beauty in? Because
Yeah, well, that's her bag there. That big carry bag there. It's that oversized bag from Sperry's.
okay,
It's like a cricket bag.
It's a bit
it's
like
about as big as a cricket bag.
There might be actually a couple of cricket balls in there as well because he likes to chew on them.
Does she?
Hey,
Hey, Lady Beauty. Will Lady Beauty wake at any point?
Lady Beauty doesn't so much wake as more stir.
Stir.
It stirs normally in the middle of the day, grumbles, coughs something up, and then goes back to sleep. And then you just sedate Lady Beauty again.
Well, if it's all right, I'm gonna put Lady Beauty in her bag and take her with us if that's all right. Do you
So,
mind?
but you remember you have to take Tillman's, Bannerman's, and Moffy as well because you're buying all 4.
But then you're buying them back for.
And then I'll buy them back in a. Well, I'll come to you in a couple of months and buy them back.
Okay.
Now, because that would be.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Okay. Or would you do us a favour and hold on to them for a couple of months for us?
Well, then the deal. I'm afraid the deal's off. The deal was for you to buy all 4, and then I'll come. I can't come today or for the next couple of months.
Okay. No.
You give me
all
your
right.
address. I will come and buy the other 3 back.
Okay. Well, we'll take all 4 then.
Right.
So we're taking Bannerman,
Moffat.
Tillman's,
and what's the other? one?
Moffat,
Moffy.
And Lady Beauty.
Moffy and Lady Beauty.
Even though we
Absolutely.
only
Now
want Lady Beauty.
Well, a deal is a deal.
It is a deal. It's a deal.
It is a deal. You did say you wanted the 4, and I'm happy to buy the 3 back
Okay.
from you. When I'm ready, I'll come and buy them back.
Okay.
Definitely, I will. I will do that. You just, if you send me or post me your address, or
Well,
we
we'll
tell me,
be
I'll
on the
remember it. I'll definitely remember your address. Or you'll be on a boat, won't
We'll
you?
be
We
on a boat.
haven't bought the boat yet.
Yeah, so we'll have to. Well, I'll also have to nip to the bank to get a check.
Your house is huge, actually. It's a long drive up to your.
It is a very, very large house, but most of the rooms are disused. But first of all, I was going to do just one thing. The dogs aren't great in the car, just to let you know. Just it's fine, but they're not great. Lady Sandwich, Lady Beauty's fine, but
Ladies.
Lady Sandwich, you do get confused sometimes. We did actually have a dog called Lady Sandwich, but we did have to have him put down, I'm afraid.
Oh, what was that?
Right. Oh, no.
It's a bit too noisy.
Okay, seems
Right.
It would bark when he got excited. We just didn't like it that much, so
Right.
we took him to the vets. He's a very understanding vet, and we've done that with many of our dogs. Really, just had him put down
for no reason. Yeah, for
the noise, I suppose.
Yeah.
But these
No,
three,
no.
Bantam, Tillmans, Moffy, they aren't too noisy, but they get quite ferocious in a car. If you drive over, say, 20 miles an hour, they can attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as you say, they're quite heavily sedated.
God, it's weird meeting someone who basically owns lots of sleeping dogs.
Well, we have such a busy time, running a family business with lamination and delamination that you can't have
So the
8 dogs running around barking,
obviously the only fair thing to do then is keep them sedated 24/7.
keep them sedated. Have you ever sedated a dog, Joe?
No, no.
Have you ever sedated a dog, David?
No,
No.
no, Mr. Cooper.
No, Mr. Cooper.
How do you do it? Is there a? I'm not. In fact, we're not going to do it.
No, but I assume you do it in the skin on the back of their neck. Is that right?
That's right. You pierce that with the syringe, and it goes into the back. Look, you can do what you want with him, but I guarantee after a few days you will be sedating them. You'll find out. It's a certain type of breed, you see, the Middlesex setters.
Right.
Okay. Well, should we drag this one downstairs and?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's you can drag them. They won't feel it. It's very sedated.
Feels.
And what's your plans for the rest of the day?
We're going to go for a little lunch at that pub up the road. What's that called?
Yeah. What's the pub up the
Do
road?
you recommend it?
The pub at which? Well, there's 2 pubs at the end of the road. There's the Angel.
Oh, no, not that one.
Yeah.
The other one. I
No,
think.
the big pink one looked quite nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the horse. It's just called the Horse. I'd say the Horse is good for a starter. We go for the Horse for a start, the Angel for main, and just get one of each, and it makes a day go longer, I suppose.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll do that.
Yeah, well, we're going to go have a pub lunch, I reckon, at the Horse.
If you do, ask for Bill. Tell him I'll give him his laminated goods when they're ready.
Has he asked for them or?
He has. We've just been a bit slow. Basically, the machine we use broke down because one of the dogs chewed a cable. It was
which
actually,
dog?
It's Bannerman's. By the way, Bannerman's, if you have cables in the house,
Chewer.
yeah, he will chew cables.
Went away.
And eat clay?
They all eat clay. Tillman's
Chew clay. They don't eat. They chew.
Tillman's is more of a clawer. More claw at most things, including flesh. But Moffy's fine. Moffy just dribbles.
Right.
We got a good old deal here, haven't we?
Well, for £3,250.
For £200. For
£200 rather. We've got a very good deal, I believe. They're lovely dogs.
For a fake cheque for £200, I think we've got quite a shit deal.
I'm sure there's no need to use language.
Sorry, Mr. Cooper.
Did you just swear, Joe?
I said shit.
Yeah, well, again, there are dogs here. They know. They say that dogs actually have a vocabulary in their brains of about 40,000 words. So they
Really?
Yes, that's what Peter Lake said.
Right. Where is this Peter Lake?
I'm afraid Peter Lake is no longer with us. He moved to India.
Oh,
He set up a firm there, selling copper wiring, and he set up a company with his son, who, in my opinion, was really a bit of a tearaway.
In what way?
he was always tearing away from things. He'd rush here, rush here. And that's part of the reason why they took him to India, so he stopped tearing away.
Calm down a bit.
Well, the heat, of course, tires him out. It's a kind of sort of, natural sedation, really.
Right. Yeah.
So your sort of way of solving a problem or any problem is sedation.
Well, it can help.
Including your wife.
Well, luckily now, she self-sedates. So.
I suppose you ground her down.
Oh, I wouldn't say that so much. I think she grinds herself down, really. She's a bit of a warrior. She worries very much about emotion.
Warrior?
Warrior, not someone that fights with guns or spears or cannons, for example. Of course, in the old days, we didn't have cannons, original warriors, but they would use knives, swords, or even before that, before stones, I suppose, bits of carbon.
I might put the dogs in the car.
And in what way is she a warrior?
She could worry about anything. She could worry herself to the hospital. She has done several times. She worries about where her shoes are when she's wearing them. She worries about why she's wearing shoes. She worries about should she wear a second pair of shoes. She's done, which is one of the reasons which she did go to hospital. And she just worries from day to night. And that's why she's gone to Lillian, because Lillian can some way soothe her with her words. Lillian has a very soft voice, you see, very soothing voice.
What does she sound like?
I can't really. When I say soothing, it's sort of soothing. It's grating, but quiet grating.
Right.
You will be fine, my dear. You will not worry anymore.
It doesn't sound soothing at all.
But it's much quieter than that. You'll be fine, my dear. And after a while, it's probably a mixture of terror and tiredness that she nods off, and she doesn't need to use so much medication.
Wow.
Right. Listen,
should we put the dogs in the car? Oh, no, we can't put them in the car. We'll walk them back.
I always put them on the car, strap them on the roof, because they don't mind motion. It's just being inside
the car. Okay, I'll pop on top of the car.
You can put them.
Can Lady Beauty come in the car?
Lady Beauty can
come. Yeah, I thought Lady Beauty
loves the car.
Yeah. I'll put her in the front, and then
no, not in the front. Put you in the back.
Put her in the back. Okay.
Yeah, it's much better. It's safer.
Thank you very much.
Well, look, thank you for letting us take your old dogs with us.
You haven't written the cheque before you go. Just write the cheque there.
Yep. Done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just write that to Mr. That's right.
To Mr. Who?
Cooper. £3,250 was it?
Don't. £200.
Cheeky. £200.
£200.
You smiling there.
Oh, sorry.
You know exactly what you've done this before.
It must have slipped.
Oh, you.
Come on now. Out you go.
There you go. 200
Bye, dogs. I can't hear, of course.
No, they're sedated.
They're sedated.
Are you going to, before we go, are you going to get any more dogs or?
I'll probably replace the dogs, yes. But of course, Peter Lake's moved now.
Well, he's in India.
It's in India.
Yeah, well, we have
tearaway son.
Ian Lefebvre now is the one apparently that's selling the best dogs. So we might get a couple of 6-year-old puppies.
Yeah.
Do you want to sedate these guys one last time before we go?
I'll tell you what. Take that bottle there and those needles, just in case they wake up. Just in case they shouldn't wake up.
I'm probably not going to sedate them.
Well, that's your. Well, just have it. Just trust me.
Okay.
Oh, your wife's at the door.
No, that's not my wife. That's probably Lillian to tell me that my wife's probably woken up.
Right.
So I need to. She's run out of a sedation medicine.
Well, do you want some of this?
Sorry.
Anyway, well, I think this is concluded now, isn't it? I have to go.
Okay, we'll
Lillian.
you want us to go. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's been lovely to meet you, and do look after the dogs.
We will look after the dogs better than you.
See you in the dark room. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.